stream because the head of Bethesda Publishing has pronouns in his bio. These guys wouldn't survive Modern Warfare 2 lobbies if pronouns trigger them.
Him. Got it. Him. Got it.
He, him. Right.
Okay. Now everything's starting to make sense. Everything's starting to make sense now. Everything's starting to make sense. Got it.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, you don't come across very disrespectful when you are, when you're making assertions off of someone putting pronouns in their bio. That's not like disrespectful at all. It's just like you, Dr. Boomer is a little bit better than that, which sucks because like, I think he's a good entertainer. I've said this before. I've defended this. I've even said this while he was shitting on me, calling me a big fat phony for ripping into him about cheating on his wife and caring more about Nick Merckx's like sponsorship deals with fucking Activision, Call of Duty than caring about his marriage. And even then, it's like he's funny. He's a funny guy. You know what I mean? Doctor is commonly used as a noun, but it can also be a pronoun, as in this question. Pronoun is a word that is substituted in place of a noun or a noun phrase. The English language is strange. Anyway, so let's keep watching this.
All right. I got it. So, I got to say this, Chance, just real quick. I just got to get it off my chest. Obviously, we've been hyping up Star Citizen for Starfield for a long time. We've been making it very vocal, right, Chance? We had our team reach out. Hey, can we work with you? Can we do something? Due to past controversies, there's no way we can work with DrDisRespect. How about just give me, like, let me play the game when some of the others are playing it. How about that? Yeah, that's still the case.
Meanwhile, Hasan over here was doing Warp Speed on Todd with no sponsorship. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the same thing he's doing. He's playing it early. You know why? Because he, just like myself, is a sucker who paid $100 to play it early. The difference between me and him, though, is that Bethesda at least sent me a fucking early access key 2 days after I had started playing the game already. But, so there is that.
Anyways, Champ, we just had to get that off our chest.
So he's just mad that, like, his disrespect has shut off certain opportunities to make money. Now, of course, I retweeted this absolute banger. He says, bro cheats on his wife, but is triggered by pronouns like, my guy, you're worried about the wrong she, her. Let's be real. That's like, it's over. It's Jover at that point, okay? Now, dude, the hate for you online is so crazy because people are making the exact same cheating joke you took from the chatter. You mean chatter, and are using it now, and literally no one is mad. Is truly astounding. Exactly. It's more so about vibes, okay? And my vibes are permanently fucked due to many, many years of having developed the absolute worst, most extremely online fucking weirdo losers who spend every waking hour shitting on me from angles that sometimes usually don't work, but still that accumulation of that anger gets many normies to go, oh yeah, this guy's controversial. That's it. Who cares? It's okay. No matter what you do, if you are true to your own word, if you believe the things that you believe and you fucking advocate for them, there's going to be people who hate you. DrDisRespect, except when my disrespect for others loses me sponsorships. Yeah. Dr. Disrespectful to his wife. You know the memes. Okay, let's not touch on that. That's something that pisses off Guy Beam a lot. Okay, turns him into Doctor No Respect. What the fuck's going on here? This is gonna hurt Hasan, but you're experiencing the Hillary Clinton levels of APA research. I mean, in many instances, though, like Hillary Clinton people have valid reasons to get mad at her for. In my situation, it's just like people who are upset that I bought a house. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be more real shit to be mad at so they can like constantly fucking shit on, but they got nothing going on, so they're like house, car, and then they just like straight up lie and say like I trafficked minors in a brothel or something. It's like what am I supposed to do about that? Like people, what are you supposed to do when like thousands of like permanently brain broken, extremely online fucking losers who like not Dr. Disrespect, but like guys exactly like the British guy that we just watched, when they're just like lying about the shit, what am I supposed to do? And then I put my chair on all the time when I'm reacting. That's funny. Ball British uses British quarter pounder. A lot of these guys are just British quarter pounder, or a lot of these guys are just quarter pounder. So yeah. Didn't you flip from conservative jock to hipster socialist? Smacks of hypocrisy. Brother, you are literally the most delusional person on the planet if you think like, bro tip, like you did bro tips, a satirical dating advice show where like most of the fucking advice you were giving was literally like normal shit with satire of like a frat bro is actually your entire personality, which was 13 fucking years ago for the record. And I've been on the record receiving death threats for much longer on my beliefs, on my politics. I know that a lot of you that are probably in here specifically to watch me react to like a Jubilee video that have been following since 2021 are excited at the prospect of a slip up. But the reality is that, you know, people do change their minds on issues. I've been very open about it. One major one being transphobia, for example. Okay. Like something that I'm very open about. Something that I'm very honest about, as a matter of fact. Something that I think has helped me become a better person to talk to people about these issues. But I don't think you're in here to like genuinely learn. I don't think you're in here for a genuine reason. I think you're just in here because you want to just farm clips. So apologies for not giving that to you for this time. Maybe. So, and there are plenty of people in here. There are plenty of people in here who have also changed their minds when new evidence has been presented to them. And I value that. I welcome that. That is the reason why I do the commentary that I do. Because I do believe that you have the capacity to change and better your life, as a matter of fact. Careful talking about clips. Moist Critical might correct you. Oh, good one. Is clip farming the online version of paparazzi? No, it's like a little bit sadder, I think. Because
when your emotions can't stop being so damn tough, just know it's okay to cry. 'Cause you're not alone. Go find yourself a home to feel warm and feel loved. me tight. You're all that I need. Just give me it, please. It started with a kid.
Paparazzi are doing it for a financial reason. These guys do it because they want to like manipulate the lives of the content creators that they're watching endlessly. Like, the paparazzi do have to, at the end of the day, touch grass. Whereas these guys just like sit indoors all day, angry in Discord servers, being like, "Did you see what Hasan said?" That type of thing. And it's not just me. They do it to everyone. Gamers are boycotting Starfield because players can add pronouns. Anyway. The irony of that guy also saying I was a conservative jock back then is pretty funny because I was like significantly fatter. Like way more of a jock now, I would say. But that person only reacts to stimuli. He's only hearing the words that were coming out of my mouth. And because I was portraying like an over-the-top bro character in a satirical fashion, he was like, "Oh, you were a jock back then. Now you're a pussy, soy, gay guy." Because, like, despite the fact that you can outlift that person that you were back then by a ton and are in way better shape, you're now a pussy soy guy, but you were fucking a jock back then. Anyway. I'm convinced they thought Hank Piker was a real person. There's plenty of people who probably do. Who gives a shit? Let's continue. Where were we? So, yeah. DrDisRespect is getting owned as well for saying this, which is pretty funny. Opera GX came out and said politics should stay out of the video game industry entirely. All bangers, by the way. BioShock, Metal Gear Solid, Detroit Become Human, Disco Elysium, The Final Cut. Absolute fucking bangers. And that's where we're at. Yeah, ironic because DrDisRespect, for those of you who don't know, by the way, was a fucking map developer for Call of Duty. Trying to figure out, Falco says, trying to figure out which skews more political, pronoun or a Call of Duty where the story is post-North Korean invasion and the U.S. Marine Corps is fighting against corrupt private military corporation with a bioweapon capable of killing people based on their DNA. He's a developer, by the way. Yeah. That is what is hilarious about this. That is what is hilarious about this because like this guy who's like a pretty funny entertainer overall has like been brain broken for many, many years, starting with the Shungite shit. Okay. Starting originally with the Shungite stuff and quickly devolving into whatever the fuck this is. And the more you fall into this rabbit hole, the worse you get, and the more your content suffers, in my opinion. So, I don't know. If you're a content creator and you care about your output, I think the best thing to do is not become this like weird reactionary loser. That's it. DrDisRespect, before he got banned on Twitch, which we still don't know why, by the way, was preaching some David Icke and some Shungite conspiracies. You know, Shungite. No, not Suge Knight. I think that guy died in prison. A whole bought a whole bunch of Shungite rocks. You know what Shungite is? Anybody know what Shungite is? No, not Suge Knight. I think he's locked up in prison. Talking Shungite. Anyways, it's a 2 billion year old rock stone that protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that may be traveling in the air. So that's my story. Bought a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of that stuff. Put them around the La Casa, little pyramids, stuff like that. Put them all around the La Casa. Yeah, he was showing a video explaining how 5G causes coronavirus. Isn't that obviously satire? No, brother, that was not satire. At least we now know that that wasn't satire. At first, I thought it was satire too, to be fair. So I don't fault you for thinking that. But since then, his content has devolved into this shit. Now, before we move away from, like Twitter spats and things of that nature, there's one other story that I would like to cover. We got the Bill Maher thing on the docket with Joseph Robinette Rogan. Oh, here was DrDisRespect's response, by the way, before I forget. Totally forgot. He said, some of these poor young people are just depressed, no life experience, or completely misdirected by the internet. Look at my words being taken out of context here. Their insecurities are obvious. Politics should stay out of the video game industry entirely, along with people like this. Which, of course, got 51,000 likes because he hit all the high notes for every reactionary gamer out there who's like, yeah, politics should stay out of the fucking video games. What are you talking about? Blau said, weren't you a dev? Shouldn't you think higher the video game industry when it's bigger than the movie plus music industry combined? Why should we even have politics in those but not in the video game? Should GTA not include political commentary? Again, whenever people say, I don't want super hot